Hi, this is Michael Buckoff from BetterTOEFLScores.com. I want to give you a delivery tip that's very important for the TOEFL speaking section. In the delivery section of the TOEFL IBT, looking at the actual scoring rubrics that ETS uses when you complete the exam, notice under delivery it says generally well-paced flow, fluid expression. It says it may include minor lapses or minor difficulties with pronunciation or intonation patterns. Where it says 3, it says minor difficulties with pronunciation, intonation, or pacing are noticeable and may require listener effort. And then if you score in the 2 range in this category, listener effort is needed because of unclear articulation, awkward tone, or choppy rhythm or pace. Let's listen to a student who sent me a speaking practice test. I have a TOEFL speaking and writing feedback service at BetterTOEFLScores.com, and I try to help students improve in their delivery, language use, also topic development. So I think it's important to listen to this one because the student is having quite a bit of trouble with delivery, and particularly scoring in the high 2 area, I think, of the rubrics. Listen to the first 30
seconds. As an international student from Cambodia at CSUSB, I believe studying at a university which is far from home is better because it takes independence and helps students grow through new experiences. First of all, living far from home takes responsibility. For example, I had learned how to
right here, it's this part at about 22 seconds or so. There's definitely some pacing issues.
I had learned how to cook, clean, and manage my own time that I never do it before. Another example is learning how to budget my money carefully.
So this is kind of what we call pacing issues, right? So the student's struggling even with the grammar, with the language use, but also it's a little bit choppy. And that's not what you want to do on the actual TOEFL exam. So this student will need to overcome these pacing issues if she wants to score higher than, say, 20, 21 points on the TOEFL exam. So what would I tell this student? I'm going to tell the same thing to you. So if you want to score high in the delivery section or the delivery category of the rubric for the independent or integrated speaking tasks, practice speaking in thought groups. These are natural pauses that group related words together. You do not want to be speaking word by word. Why it works. Native speakers naturally break their speech into chunks of meaning, not isolated words. For example, choppy would be, I think that college students should have jobs. There's just way too many pauses in there. Now I'm going to make a slight change here. Watch this. So I think the thought group should be before that dependent clause connector. So then I would say it like this. I think that college students should have jobs. So in this case, if I pause, I'm going to pause after the independent clause and right before this noun clause or dependent clause there. So it's important to group things into either grammatical thought groups or chunks of meaning. So how do you practice this? Number 1, record yourself reading a model response. Focus on pausing slightly at commas or between ideas. Number 2, mark pauses in your script with slashes where it feels natural to breathe or pause. 3, mimic native speakers from podcasts, YouTube, or TOEFL sample responses. Copy their rhythm and grouping. You want personalized feedback on your pacing and your rhythm? Join my $99 a month TOEFL speaking writing feedback service at BetterTOEFLScores.com.